So it's really important to understand why massage is important to the body and, of course, to the scalp. I mean, we sometimes forget that our scalp is the same tissue that is on the rest of our body. And what we also need to really understand is that the proliferation of the cells in the body, whether it is an arm, a leg, or the top of your head, is critical to growth and to stimulation. Hi, everyone. Welcome back to Hair Loss, Restore Your Roots and Confidence. Today, me, your host, Kimberly Vaughn, is going to go ahead and jump right into a new treatment that we want to discuss. And I know you've heard about it. It's all over social media. It's everywhere. We're talking about scalp massage. The importance of stimulating your scalp from a therapeutic position and from a therapeutic treatment is so critical and so important to you. The issue here is that just like any new treatment, any new product, you need to be very careful about how you're going to go about these scalp massages. And so in the remainder of this show, I want to go through and talk to you about HPI's Hair to Grow Stimulating Scalp Massage. This treatment is certainly something that we can teach you how to do at home. We have hair loss technicians that are on staff who are willing to help you via video. We also have opportunities for you to come in the clinic if you happen to be in the Tennessee area. We'd love to see you. But without further ado, let's jump in to one of the hottest topics right now on Google and on your social channels. So stimulating scalp massage. Why is it important? So it's really important to understand why massage is important to the body and, of course, to the scalp. I mean, we sometimes forget that our scalp is the same tissue that is on the rest of our body. And what we also need to really understand is that the proliferation of the cells in the body, whether it is an arm, a leg, or the top of your head, is critical to growth and to stimulation. So I want to go through our Hair to Grow process with you today. We will also be able to share demonstrations. So if you're listening to us, please make sure that when you get home or when you get to a computer or your phone that you can take a look at these steps, and then don't hesitate to reach out however we can help you. The show notes will give you more information. So moving on to the pre-step. So this is critical. We talk about brushing, for years, hundreds thereof, and thousands of years. There's been studies and also concrete evidence that the more that the scalp is truly brushed and the hair is brushed therapeutically with a natural brush of some sort, whether it's boar hair bristles, whether it is a type of a softer brush that you can truly bring across the scalp. It's really important to fire those nerve endings and get that blood flow stimulated. So that is our pre-treatment, is a therapeutic brushing. The next step, step number 1, is going to be a rotating scalp technique. This particular technique starts at the nape of the neck. It progresses up to the crown of the head, over the round of the head, and then all the way across this frontal hairline down into the temples. This is key to get that blood flow moving for this Hair to Grow stimulating scalp treatment. Step 2. A zigzag method. This particular method increases the lymphatic drainage, which also supports a longer life cycle. So just like everyone, right? We would love for our hair to stay in that growing cycle even longer than it does. And especially for those of us who struggle at differing times with seasonal hair shed, with hormonal issues, with thyroid issues, any type of hair loss, whether it's genetic, whether it's medically related hair loss due to acute treatments such as chemotherapy, radiation therapy, also aggressive shedding, that telogen effluvium that we see with postpartum hair loss. So number 2, this zigzag method, very important. We move on then to, I think, which is a fun step. It's called a pinch, PINCH pressure step. So this is probably, even though it's step number 3, is probably critical and really driving that blood flow and making sure that the oxygen is also present and is really starting to flow through that scalp. Again, this particular pinch pressure technique is starting at the front of the hairline here, down into the temples, and working back all the way back to the crown and to the nape of the neck. Or conversely, you can start at the nape and then work forward. Most of our scalp treatments, especially the hair to grow stimulating therapeutic treatment, is performed while our clients are laying either face down or face up on a type of a massage table. We just feel that it's also more relaxing. Stress is also a very key component to hair loss. So this at least allows someone 30 to 40 minutes to relax while this stimulating process is taking place. Step 4 now is the vibrating technique step. So this is actually going to make all the difference in the world in stimulation. So if you think about, if you've gone to have a massage, or if you have gone to have any type of pressure point work performed, reflexology, there are certain touches and certain pressures that are used during all of these techniques. But this particular vibrating technique also is critical for hair growth. It releases stress in the follicle. It also can help subside and relax the tension in the frontal facial area as well as over the ears. We've had a lot of clients share with us that this really does, even though there's pressure, it makes a difference with any form of sinus, headache, stress, any type of inflammatory feeling around the face during transitional times and seasonal times. Step 5, enveloping. So what this means is think about that envelope or closing up, right? And so as you notice in this demonstration, we're actually closing our hands into the round of the scalp to really move that blood flow up into the top areas of the scalp, where so many times with genetic hair loss, we see that hair is shedding the most aggressively. Finally, step number 6, the calming technique. This is certainly, the term calm is what this is meaning. However, there's also a final step of some gentle pressure that is applied to each hair strand and to each follicle when this is taking place. We want to make sure that this gentle tug and this gentle pull on the hair is bringing that hair follicle out and stretching it inside of the shaft below the surface of the skin. It helps the entire cranial area. So it's really, really important to make sure that this calming step is not slipped and somebody doesn't miss this step. So it is quite important. And so there you have it, right? You've seen a sneak preview of our Hair to Grow therapeutic scalp massage. It's a professional scalp massage. And as I mentioned earlier when we started, we need to go through these steps one by one. We need to be very diligent and very dedicated. Scalp massage is really important, certainly to perform daily, but our therapeutic treatments are recommended once a week for a series of 4 treatments. From there, then clients choose to move to every other week. And then certainly once we start to see improvement in the hair growth, and some calming, perhaps in scalp irritation or scalp psoriasis or dermatitis. Then from there, we move to once a month. And so again, let us help you any way that we can with these treatments. And as always, you know what I say, make it a great hair day.